Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Hive Beta Cup. This is Game 2 of the semi-finals between Bag of Chips and Pepperonis and Bottoms Up Gamers. Two really odd names. Now, Bottoms Up Gamers were playing under the Dignitas tag last game because they do have Korok on their team. This is actually the previously Liquid Korok, but now they are playing under Cptn.Canuck Club. So these teams love screwing with me, man. I don't know what to like. What do you call them? Like, they're registered in the tournament as Bottoms Up Gamers, and they jump in game as Dignitas, Cptn.Canuck Club, and everything in between. So many teams have done this. So many teams have done this. It bugs the hell out of me. Last season, the winners, they were Totem of Scrotum. That was what they were signed up as on the website, and they ended up playing under the tag Comeback City, and so I just kind of call them both interchangeably. It's oh man, need consistency, man. Need consistency. Can't call out a team name if I don't know what it is. Either way, it's Radiant and Dire. I guess that'll work. But yeah. Anyways, getting into this game here, we've got first set of bands coming out right out the bat. We get the Ember Spirit, Nyx Assassin, Lycanthrope, and the Nation's Prophet taken out. And yeah, Cptn.Canuck Club, the Bottoms Up Gamers, not wanted to deal with the Prophet again. They lost the last game to a very intense Rat Dota Prophet, and man, that backdoor was just absolutely incredible. So getting into this game, they're going to pick up a Doom right off the bat, and Doom is really indicative of the playstyle you want to play, and a lot of that is that you're not really going for that mega late game. I mean, Doom, he functions well in the late game, but generally he functions really, really well in the 15 to 25 minute mark. And so when you get that, when you pick up that hero, you really want to make your lanes happen in that regard. And a lot of it has to do with how he lanes, because I mean, he's not an incredible one position, because I mean, he doesn't carry into the late game as hard as some other people, but he can also jungle, he can also off lane, and he can also mid. And so generally your idea with Doom is that you want to get to level 6 and onwards, and then just try to get your pickoffs and really make the mid game happen, and just try to rack up kill after kill after kill. And because of the way the hero works, and the fact that he's really durable, and the fact that he has a natural regen ability, he's really good for picking up. He's really good for staying safe in those engagements. So he can throw out the Doom, he can chase somebody down, maybe even dive him under a tower, and 90% of the time he's going to escape, and do so with a decent amount of health. So he's a pretty good hero just for doing that. So the name of the game with Doom is pickoffs, and so we'll see how that does end up playing into Bottoms Up Gamer's strategy here. Now, Invoker and Batrider taken up by Bag of Chips and Pepperoni, BCP, and the Batrider was put to great use against them last game, but they did play the Invoker well, and I feel with the Batrider on their side, they're probably going to be facing they're going to have a lot better matchup this game. Now, the Batrider will probably be heading to the offlane, seeing as we do have the Invoker, unless they do choose to put him on like a one-position Invoker, but I don't see that coming. Crystal Maiden, support for Cptn.Canuck Club. Man, can't do this. Storm Spirit, Luna, Slark, and Visage, the next 4 bands. So Visage not on the board once again. He was available for Bottoms Up last game, and the Luna taken out as well, which is a hero that BCP didn't put to great use, as it was shut down really early on, but she just got enough space that she eventually came online and was able to make fights happen. Alright, so 10 seconds remaining before they start dipping into the reserve time for this third pickup. Hoping this goes a little better. Oh, what did I even say? What did I even just say? What were the words that came out of my mouth? Hoping it goes better than what? I don't know, man. Early morning tournaments starting at 11 a.m. Come on. Please don't flame me in chat. I work a 9-to-5 job. I'm just trolling. But yeah, Ancient Apparition is the pickup here, and I love the AA. He's fantastic. He's a hero that I loved for a really long time before he surged back into the meta, and now that we're seeing him a lot, I really like him. And Morphling are my 2 favorite heroes from this patch. They've really come back in style, and I've been putting Morphling to such great use. He's such a good mid laner. Oh my god, I never even realized. I used to play him on one position, but You get him in mid, it is so hard to stand against him. I mean, you can harass him out a fair bit because he has a really small auto attack range, but I mean, comes a point where he's just going to wait for him on your face and blow you up. So good, man. I love that hero. Absolutely love it. His last hitting power is fantastic too because you can just morph yourself 65 damage at level 1. It's beautiful. Alright, so into the reserve time for bottoms up gamers. Can do curious what they want to make their game plan here because BCP has a really good lineup for making pickoffs. And I mean that Ancient Apparition, the Invoker, I have a feeling the Invoker will be going Exort this game. Sunstrike with this lineup is just going to be too damn good. So yeah. We'll see. Disruptor taken out by bottoms up. So I think they've got a great lineup here, and I mean this is gonna do really well in kind of causing havoc for this lineup. And like I said, they're gonna be looking for a lot of pickoffs. They're gonna be looking to mobilize a lot, and especially with this Bat Rider blinking in, getting a lot of damage out. The glimpse will help them out a ton. So we'll see how it works out. Well, how it works out for him. It was run to pretty great effect by BCP in the first game. He made his mark, and he got a lot of really good kinetic field static storms out, and dished out a lot of damage. And in the team fights where it caught 2 or 3 heroes, it was just a straight up win. It was great. Shadow Shaman going to be taken up by BCP, so I think this is actually the makings of an aggressive tri-lane here. The Shadow Shaman and the Ancient Apparition, those squishy heroes have a lot of control under their belts. I mean, if you get a fully channeled shackle off on somebody with a cold feet up, that is guaranteed 7 seconds of disable right there. It is absurd. Actually, let me check the numbers right here. Actually, level 1 shackle 2.5 seconds or 2.75 and 1.25. Okay, so you're looking at 4 seconds at level 1. When you get up to level 4 on both abilities, you're looking at 8.5 seconds of disable. So, I mean, I think they have every single right to push in for an aggressive tri-lane, especially against these supports. Disruptor and Crystal Maiden don't do fantastically in tri-lanes. Crystal Maiden gets blown up really quickly, and although Frostbite is a great spell, it's really hard to avoid dying on her, especially since she's so slow. So with the Disruptor out, I think, yeah, Disruptor, he does decent damage with Lightning Strike, but I don't know if it'll be enough. Yeah, I definitely think we should be looking for an aggressive carry. Maybe even something like a Bristleback. Not necessarily a carry, just a hero that can definitely win a lane. And with all the control that's down by these two supports, I think BCP would do really well if they picked up something like that for a tri-lane. Now, I mean, if Doom wasn't on the board, I'd say Doom would be good for that as well. Maybe even like a Slardar or something. Something that can just really abuse their position in that lane. So we'll see if that is what they choose to go for, but... yeah, bottoms up gamers. Pick up the pucks so they've got a little bit more team fight with that Dream Coil, Kinetic Storm, Static Field, Kinetic Storm. No, Kinetic Field, Static Storm. They're gonna have really good team fight. I mean, Doom out on Invoker or Ancient Apparition or Shadow Shaman or Bat Rider or anybody really will do wonders. And then I mean, if you get the Static Storm down on a Dream Coil, you get a really nasty team fight. But I think BCP has the lineup to deal with that, and the fact that they have a lot of pickoffs that can come out before a fight even breaks out. Ooh, we got a Wraith King. I'm like 95% sure this is going to be an aggro try. So Anti-Mage the pickup, and I'm not sure if I'm liking the Anti-Mage. He does contribute well to that aggressive lane if he with the new changes to his ultimate. However, he's going to have a really rough time laning. I think they need a more durable laner to play this out. And, alright. Looks like we got maybe some level 1 aggression. All the heroes kind of heading down towards their own lanes. So, anyways, let's introduce the players right off the bat before anything gets kicked off. But we got Super Hot Fire going to be playing on that Anti-Mage. Over here, we got Party Platypus taking up the Disruptor. I love that name. That's amazing. Carlton, you're taking up that Crystal Maiden. Anime Watcher 69 on the Doombringer, heading off towards the offlane. Korok going to be playing the mid. This is the Korok, Liquid Korok. Well, previously Liquid Korok. BCP Tabo going to be playing on the Ancient Apparition. We got Catsun going to be playing on the Shadow Shaman. Shredder going to be taking up that Wraith King. And Jenkins on the Invoker. And down on the bottom lane, Nushim going to be taking up that Bat Rider. So, now, I think... I'm not liking this a little bit. Because Okay, so the way it's looking for me is that BCP, they had the makings of a great aggressive tri-lane, and I still believe they could do it, but they are not. And, I mean, the Anti-Mage was picked up as a counter to the Skeleton King, basically because if the two of them get in a man fight, all of Skeleton King, well, Wraith King's mana is going to get drained, and he's not going to have Reincarnate available. So that's the basic premise behind picking the Anti-Mage, is that they were like, okay, well, we have good enough lane clear in the fact that we have Disruptor, Crystal Maiden, and Puck, so we can try to hold this game out until Anti-Mage gets farmed. Plus, we can deal with the Wraith King this way. And, I mean, Anti-Mage does really well against this team as well because he's got the Spell Shield, he can take a lot of magic damage, and still get out of fights okay. I forgot to change my overlay. Get that fixed now. But the problem with this is, as well, is that he has a really poor laning phase, and he has two supports which are okay in holding off an offlaner because they have, you know, decent single target spells and they can hold people down. But they don't really have the goods for an aggressive tri-lane. If the Shadow Shaman, Ancient Apparition, and Wraith King were all up in their faces throwing out those stuns, I think they would have a really, really easy time killing off Anti-Mage in the first few minutes of this game. So, seeing as they're not running the aggressive tri-lane, I'm really fearing for their mid to late game because, I mean, as I said, Anti-Mage should beat Wraith King, but, I mean, if you shut down Anti-Mage's laning phase really hard, it's going to be a long time before he comes online. So, anyways, I don't know. We'll see. But double damage rune picked up here by the Crystal Maiden. He's going to dish out whatever damage he can to the guy, to the Shadow Shaman. Gets a little bit of damage thrown back in his face as well. Salve going to be popped off by the Shadow Shaman as he realizes he's in a little bit of trouble. But Sword going to spot out the Crystal Maiden moving in towards the mid, and Invoker going to back himself away for now. Yeah, I mean, he's well aware that this is there. Shadow Shaman, is he going to be able to get a shackle? It's really long range, maybe. Instead, they get the shackle out onto the Puck. Puck should be able to get away from this, no problem. Yeah, Illusory Orbs up to the top, up to the high ground, and will escape with his life. A little bit more than his life. He's got a little bit of health. But Anti-Mage farming down on the bottom lane up against his Bat Rider. And, I mean, like I said, Disruptor pretty good at holding back one hero. He can throw out auto attacks like this. He can get that Lightning Strike going. But in an aggro try, he doesn't contribute all too much. I really, really wish that BCP had gone aggro. It's a bummer, man. It's a bummer. I think they would have played it out a lot better if they had. But we'll see. We'll see. Wraith King still functions a lot better in the mid game than Anti-Mage does. Anti-Mage needs a lot of farm and comes online around the 25 to 30 minute mark if he's had free farm. The Wraith King, I mean, he needs two items. He needs his Power Treads and his Armlet, and then he can just go. And once he gets those items up, he's really, really scary. So we'll see. He got supports playing an odd game in mid. Crystal Maiden hanging around mid, and as such, the Shadow Shaman has stayed as well. So we got an EMP out onto the Puck, but he's actually going to phase shift it, and then Illusory Orb up to the high ground, looking for damage out on this Shadow Shaman. But Shadow Shaman's backing himself up a little bit too far. Phase shift dodges one more attack, and there is going to be a regen rune. Oh man, auto attack going to cancel that. No! He phase shift and jumps up to the high ground and will get away with ... says Jenkins. Yeah, no doubt. That was kind of a what the fuck worthy moment, but oh well. There's Anti-Mage getting bullied a little bit by the Bat Rider now that the supports have left. Korok had him much too big game. Oh man. Yeah. Anti-Mage taking a bunch of damage from the Bat Rider, backs himself away, and he's gonna be fine. This is something you gotta really take note of as support. If you're supporting an Anti-Mage, be in lane. I mean, stacking and pulling is great for one of your supports or for your jungler or whatever, but keep somebody up front. Keep them, keep them close to the lane. And I mean, you really need to defend Anti-Mage at all costs because most offlaners can beat him 1-to-1. Now looking for damage on this Crystal Maiden, and the Ether Shock will finish it off. First blood goes to the side of BCP, but the Puck picks up the Invoker on the back lines, and so trading the support for the mid, not a great engagement, but they did get the first blood, so that'll balance things out. Invoker will be back in 5 seconds, and he'll just TP himself back down. Puck grabs her bottle up, and now have some regen in this lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Anti-Mage sitting on top of the last hits at 21. Wraith King matching him equally as he's pretty much had free farm. Top lane pretty much completely abandoned here. I'd actually like to see Doom move up to the top lane because, I mean, although he's doing alright in the jungle, I feel that if he's in just a 1v1, I think he'd be able to disrupt Skeleton King's farm a lot and cause a little bit more trouble than he is in the jungle, but we'll see. Lucian Orb gonna fly. Actually does land on the Invoker, and he's gonna be forced to Ghost Walk right off the bat here. And oh man, they do have a Sentry Ward down. Are they gonna get another kill on him? He doesn't realize. Pops off the EMP, but missed a couple auto attacks. They are gonna finish off the Invoker yet again. He falls 2-1 the kill score, and Canuck just phase shifts that EMP and will get himself an Invis rune. So this mid lane going really, really well for bottoms up gamers. Down on bottom, Anti-Mage still farming away, but the Shadow Shaman is here. He's rotated out of mid and is looking to see if he can pick off the Anti-Maggers. They're looking for it. He's going to find it. Coming in from the trees, and Shackle goes down. Are they going to have any CC to follow it up? I don't know. Cold Snap goes out, but he blinks out of that before anything can really come of it, and Anti-Mage gets out with not so much as a scratch. Damage flying out onto the Anti-Mage, but he's going to be alright. Back himself up for now. Got Sticky Napalm stacks up on him, and Barrett is chasing him in hard, but Disruptor is there to cause some havoc, but the Shadow Shaman there as well. Shackle's going to go out on Disruptor. He's going to fall for sure, so he drops. BCP grab himself another kill, and meanwhile looking to harass this Anti-Mage, but he's just going for the last hits, not really paying much attention to anything. Oh my god, mid lane. Canuck gets another kill on Jenkins. This Invoker not doing too well right now. Crystal Maiden down on bottom. Let's see what she can get done, but might run herself into some trouble here. She gets shackled up. The Batrider there, but oh my god, the puck jumps in and the Anti-Mage is there, and Crystal Maiden does get a double kill with Nova. So support's KSing. Please repot. Fucking noob. KS. So hard. Yeah, AA up on the top lane to support up this Skeleton King. Looks like the Doom actually made his way up to that off lane and then suddenly realized no and turned back around. But yeah, Jenkins not having a good time here. He's just got his boost. 3 deaths to his name at 6 minutes. Not good to be having. And he pops down an Observer Ward so he can see up to this high ground. And Tornado actually going to miss as Canuck turns around to throw an auto attack. I think Bat has given up on that off lane and is instead going to just jungle up, and I don't blame him entirely. I mean, there's not too much to do in that lane. Anti-Mage is getting free farm anyways, so might as well get yourself some farm and get that Blink Dagger up so you can shut him down in the mid. Now, Shadow Shaman is up here, but Smoke's going to wear off and there's no one here to catch out, so instead they're just going to push it on the tower, and I think they're probably going to get this uncontested. I mean, this is well acknowledged by bottoms up gamers from the beginning of the game. They just said, you know what, we're not going to defend that tower. It's going to fall early, but you know, we'll just trade that for some farm on Doom and hopefully get a better game out of that. So, Batrider waiting in the wing. He does have Flaming Lasso, but no way to get himself into this fight. So he's just going to have to walk up and hope that Canuck uses his escape abilities early. So Invoker going to be looking to bait out a phase shift and maybe an illusory orb here in just a second. Yeah, no, Dream Coil gets dropped off and they're looking for it. Yeah, there it goes. And they do manage to pick up the puck in that Flaming Lasso, and he does fall, but the Invoker does fall again. Doom now up on the Skeleton King. Crystal Maiden did fall in the back line, so now 3 heroes down on the side. Bottoms up gamers and BCP actually taking a decent engagement there for the Skeleton King. Doomed up, still chasing this though. I mean, he's got no right to back off. He's going to be able to stun in just a second. He throws it, and a couple more auto attacks later, that Doom will fall. So 4 heroes down on bottoms up, and that big advantage that was gained in that mid lane early on has just disappeared. 6-6 the kill score, and Puck, although she's been doing well, has just fallen. Invoker still 0-4-2 though. That is not good. And oh man, he might drop again. Puck looking for action. Not going to find it. There's a Blink Dagger up on the Batrider. That was just purchased just a moment ago, so he's got that, and he has an Invis rune, so we can see some action coming out here. He's probably going to want to look for this Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is, like I said, he's been getting free farm, and he's halfway to his Battle Fury already at 8 minutes, so doing really, really well. Now, spotted out is the Crystal Maiden, and not enough mana. Actually, doesn't even have the Flaming Lasso, but doesn't even matter. Shadow Shaman walks in with an Ether Shock. We'll finish off that Crystal Maiden, so another kill going the way of BCP. And the Batrider's starting to have his way in this game, and this is really going to be what BCP needs. They need to be able to pick off this Anti-Mage and just lock him down, and I think they have enough CC that come the late game, Anti-Mage won't be as big an issue as he otherwise would be, because, I mean, if you get a fully channeled Shackle into Coil Feed, into Lasso, and a stun from Skeleton King, you have a lot of control for him, and it's a lot of single target control that can just lock him down. Now, I mean, it is possible to interrupt that and keep him safe, but he's going to have to be really smart about how he chooses these engagements. Now, we do have a kinetic field going down onto the Wraith King. He doesn't have enough mana for his ultimate as it's being, as it's being shredded away by that Anti-Mage. So that was what we were talking about earlier, is that in that engagement between the two carries, when Anti-Mage gets a few hits onto the Wraith King, he can't pop his ultimate, he can't get a stun, he can't get anything, and he ends up dropping. So 2 heroes down, and 8-8 kill score, 9 minutes and 30 seconds into this game. Serpent Ward's down on the mid lane. It looks like Puck did fall as the Shadow Shaman walked in and helped out with a gank again. And this tower's going to fall, so this will give Invoker a little bit of room. Some much-needed room, actually. He's 0, 4, and 3, sitting at the worst last hits amongst core heroes, and just not looking good right now. This will help out a ton, though. Wraith King, he's sitting on 2,800 gold. That's a full armlet if he wants it. What's he going for?
Dire's bottom tower is under
Let's go first item Rapier. Please do it. That would be so hilarious. Anyways, Anti-Mage is going to grab the bottom tier 1, so tier 1's traded and tier 1 and mid taken. So tower advantage still in favor of BCP, but going forward, this is just more space for the Anti-Mage. And I mean, he has his Battle Fury right now. He's like 50 gold short, but he will have that in just a moment. Now, Invoker realizes he's in a bad position, runs out through the river, and will manage to escape from that. Yeah, Courier just waiting at the secret shop up here. You can see that waiting, and the second that he clears out this creep, he's going to have that, oh, yeah, there he goes. He's going to have that Courier going back to base to pick up that Broadsword, and then he's got a Battle Fury, so this is it's a 10-minute and 50-second Battle Fury, but with the time that it takes to fly it out to him, we're looking at about 11 minutes, 20 seconds. It's pretty damn fast. Now Batrider going to find the Crystal Maiden. She drops a Crystal Nova beforehand to slow up the Batrider's escape, but I don't think it's going to matter. Lots of damage getting dropped out, and the Crystal Maiden does fall. So BCP grabs themselves another kill, and they're doing alright for now. On the top, get a Wraithfire Blast coming out onto the Puck. The AALT is going to be dodged, but Puck drops too quickly. Not able to jump to the Illusory Orb, and Korok gives up another kill, which is not looking good. After going 3-0-3, ends up 3-3-3, and starting to lose that early laning advantage that she had, and the Invoker is starting to pull back into this. I mean, still really poor on last hits, but heading towards that early Force Staff, and that'll be available to him in just a moment. 3,800 gold. Is he just... Oh my god, he's got a Relic. This is either going to be an Abyssal Blade or a Radiance. I don't imagine it would be... Maybe a Radiance? I don't know. Serpent Ward's going down on the tier 2. They want to finish off this tower. Fortification coming out right off the bat, but I don't know if they can defend this. I mean, they can move up and try to make something of it, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. You got 4 heroes, a set of Serpent Wards, and a lone creep to prevent the backdoor protection. This tower is going to fall. It only needs a couple more attacks. The Dream Coil does go down on 3, and Doom is up on the Batrider. Korok trying to finish him off, and does get the Silence off on 2. Manages to finish off the Shadow Shaman and the Batrider. Doom does fall on the front lines, though, and now the Anti-Mage looking to see what he can contribute, but it's not much right now. Puck sitting on the sidelines. Might get caught out here, though. Cold Snap goes out. Now she Illusory Orb down to the bottom lane, but the Static Storm goes down, dishing out a lot of damage, and the not enough mana burn off of the Skeleton King. He will be able to revive, and will finish off that Anti-Mage. Now looking towards the Puck, who misses her Illusory Orb, but does manage to get that kill with the Silence, jumps to the Orb, and will get out of this just fine. I think Skeleton King just needs to teleport out right now. There's no stuns, and he's just going to get kited around if he tries to fight. He's just going to walk away. He's fine. What did he buy? What did he buy? Radiance? Radiance Wraith King. Alright. Not entirely sure why, but I don't know. I don't see a lot of Wraith King play. This is pretty interesting. Generally, the usual build is Power Treads into Armlet, into really whatever you want. You kind of play him like a Nyx. You get a Assault Cuirass, maybe a Basher / Abyssal, that kind of string of items. Really good strength items. What else is there? A Maybe even like Massive Madness, Heart of Tarask or something. But I don't think I've ever seen the Radiance, and I completely understand it. I mean, he stays alive for so long in teamfights because of his ultimate that the Radiance burn will add up. And I mean, you're looking at 60 damage a second on that Radiance. That's what oh, 50 damage. And look at that Anti-Mage. The lasso comes in, and with the Ancient Apparition ultimate, they will finish off Anti-Mage in his own jungle. Now, Korok is fighting up the Shadow Shaman here, but the Shackle goes down. You do have the Cold Feet up on Puck, but I think she might be able to break that. Let's get the Phase Shift out, dodges the Cold Feet, and is going to try to walk out of this. Doom up on the Batrider. 3 heroes down on the side of the Dire right now. Puck turns his back around, gets another kill with Illusory Orb, and is still alive. Now, Wraith King is trying to fight this up, does manage to get the Crystal Maiden out of this. Now looking for the Disruptor. One more attack will finish it off. Disruptor falls 4 for 4. Is that engagement in the Tier 1 tower going to be taken by the Dire. So, Skeleton King earning his keep in this fight. And, yeah, what was that? Yeah, 50 damage per second in a radius. So, I mean, if he stays alive for 10 seconds, you're looking at 500 damage. That is pretty damn huge. And, I mean, considering that he's going to have 2 full life bars in almost every fight, providing that the Anti-Mage doesn't burn it all off, he's going to be doing all right. 16 to 17, your kill score here, 14 minutes 45 seconds in, and BCP looking to take a pretty early lead. And I mean, despite the Anti-Mage's good farm in lane, it's been pretty hampered from then on out. They've got the jungle warded up, and they've been pushing in. Both of the tier 1 towers and mid and bottom are taken out, so this jungle is a lot less safe. So, oh man, Serpent Ward's down on Roche. They're looking to do this, and there is a sentry ward up here. But there is a ward over here that's going to spot this out. So Puck is invis, walking up towards this, but walks right over a sentry ward, and he realizes he's in trouble. Blinks up to the high ground, throws an Illusory Orb, will not jump into Roche, but with the wasted orb, may end up in a little bit of trouble. Trying to run away through the trees right now, and not in a good spot. He might be able to get out of this fight, but definitely not going to... Oh my god. He's going to jump to the orb, but does get finished off with an Aether Shock, and... now the Serpent Ward still fighting up Roche, and without the Puck, I don't know if Bottoms Up can fight this. Yeah, they're going to go right back in there. Wraith King will probably be able to get this Aegis, and yeah, Boger's just going to tank it for now. Maybe not. Yeah, he needs to lifesteal up a bit, but yeah, Bottoms Up realizes that they can't contest that, so the Anti-Mage is just going to go back to farming, and Doom is going to push out the top lane. Doom really hasn't been much of an effect this game. I think the couple targets that he's doomed have not really done anything. But smoke gank right out of Roche. Now looking for some action, and all 5 heroes caught in that smoke, or all 4 rather. Wait, oh no, that's all 5. Pinging in towards that Anti-Mage. They will want to find him. He's progressed himself out of his jungle, so not in any terrible position. But they do have the Ancient Apparition scouting this out. He's looking to see if he comes to farm that, and of course there are no creeps there, so nothing going to be found in that regard. Shadow Shaman, Wraith King, down in bottom lane. Start farming up. We got a Blink Dagger up on the Wraith King, so it's really a bit of an obscure build, but I understand every single item choice, and it's really intelligent. I mean, that Blink, really good for initiating with Wraith King, and it'll get you out of a lot of trouble too, because if you are quick enough on the draw, you can blink out when your ultimate activates. Now, Disruption, or Glimpse, back out onto the Invoker, looking for him, but the Batrider's in there. Finished off the Puck, the Crystal Maiden, and the Disruptor. Now, I think Wraith King actually got the kill on Puck and Crystal Maiden. The Disruptor went down to the Shadow Shaman, but yeah, Batrider actually causing a lot of damage, but not getting any of the kills there. But the Serpent Wards are down just barely out of range of the tower. You see this one actually attacking it, but it doesn't matter. They're going to take this tower rather convincingly, and it is traded for a tier 1, but just not enough. There's enough pressure coming out by the Dire side that I don't think Anti-Mage is going to get online fast enough. I mean, they get a tier 2, and they're just pushing in for the tier 3. Now, what I was talking about earlier before that engagement broke out was that when Reincarnate comes out, if you're quick enough on the draw, you can actually blink out the second that you respawn again, and so it's going to be really good for that. Oh my god, that crit blows up the Disruptor, finishes him in a matter of seconds. Now the lasso is out onto the out on the Doom, and he falls. Skeleton King gonna die, but only getting his ultimate popped off, not the Aegis. And now on the backlines, finishes off the Crystal Maiden. Only one hero left standing, and that is the Puck, who is... Where is Puck? Puck, where are you? Oh, blinked up the other way. Alright, so Puck escapes that, but I mean, tier 3's feeling pressure and may end up falling here, and could we be seeing the end of Bottoms Up Gamers? Puck up to her tricks, trying to make something happen, but you know, you can only do so much on your own. Disruptor has his ultimate, so they could maybe make something out of this. The Kinetic Field Static Storm, but Wraith King walks out of that beforehand, does get glimpsed back into it, and his Aegis is going to get popped off, but that is just an Aegis, and if they lose a hero for this, this is not going to be worth it. Meanwhile, tower goes down, Skeleton King falls on the backline as Puck jump back into that fight, but could be in a lot of trouble here. Now, the Doom is out on Bat Rider. He is going to fall, but he does get denied by the Ancient Apparition. Well played there. Frostbite up on the Wraith King as he's trying to retreat, and he does manage to blink himself away, so he should be fine to escape this. He does have a TP scroll, and the only stun available is that Anti-Mage's ultimate, which actually might be enough. Stun it up, and yeah, I think Wraith King's actually going to fall here. He does have blink. Oh, blinks himself into trees and TPs. They know he's there. Oh, not enough. Doom blinks forward and tries to get the Centaur Stomp, but the wind-up time is just a little bit too much. Oh, Invoker, what are you doing, man? Might get a kill on the Crystal Maiden, actually. Or not. No, he force-stabs himself away. Decent play. That Waxy's running away, but oh, glimpse. He's gonna get caught. Doom's still sitting in the trees here. Just to blink out, man. What are you doing, Doom? AFK or some shit? I don't know. Invoker does manage to escape with Ghost Walk, but Doom's still just sitting in the trees. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, he's waiting for his TP to come off cooldown. He just blinked out. Either way. Invoker's still in the midst of all of this. He wants to try to make something happen as his team is coming in from behind, but he gets glimpsed back again, and he's out of the fight. Meanwhile, he will find the Anti-Mage, who is way out of position. Gets shackled up and gets finished off. So Anti-Mage going to die there. 6 kills up on the side of the Dire, and they're going to be pushing in towards these racks once again. Whew. Yeah, Invoker's going to have to run himself away for now. Wraith King sitting on a pile of gold, man. 3,600, 11 kills, 5 assists to his name, only 1 death. Just happening. Actually, where did that death happen? Can't recall. But, he has died many, many times this game, but just been able to revive each and every time. As Puck blinks in, gets the silence off, and will get herself out before anything hits. Glimpse on the Skeleton King will only pull him back a couple feet, not enough.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I was looking through my Dota buff stats the other day, and I realized that my team that I play with, we have a 0% win rate against Wraith King. Like, actually 0%, like 18 games played against them. We just didn't get anything. Anyways, engagement coming out here. We got the Flaming Lasso out on the Puck. She's going to fall right off the bat. Not going to be done about that. Now the Disruptor trying to run himself away, but a lot of damage getting taken out. The Crystal Maiden tries to channel off her ultimate, but it's not going to happen. Wraithfire Blast comes in, finishes her off. Now looking to maybe deny off this Invoker. Now Doom's not going to last that long. And now they got this Tier 2 tower under their name. Anti-Mage in the meanwhile is farming, but I mean, what's he got? He doesn't even have his power trades. He's just got a Yasha and a Battle Fury, which, I mean, is a decent amount of damage, but he can't fight. He's got less than 1,000 HP, and really just can't contribute much. He cannot stand toe-to-toe with his Wraith King, and now, with creeps in the base, they're going to be looking towards this bottom set of racks. And, yeah, Serpent Wards go down. This rack is toast. Yeah, like I was saying, I have like a 0% win rate against Wraith King in like 14 games or something, and we just managed to beat a Wraith King for the first time last night. It was so, it was such a glorious, happy moment. Yeah, take that, bitch! Our opponents weren't very good though. Anyways, Anti-Mage takes Tier 2 on the top, still farming up. He's got a decent chunk of gold under his belt, but I mean the pressure that they're facing is humongous. They've lost the racks in 22 minutes, and now, oh man, Glimpse is gonna pull the Wraith King back out. But oh my god, a blink forward! No Ether Shock! Alright, Dream Coil out on 2, now looking for some action. Everybody's really, really low on BCP right now, but I think they're going to be able to walk away with just the, just losing the Shadow Shaman. So they do back it up. They're pinging out Roche, but Roche is not going to be up for another, well, another minute at minimum. Another 3 at max. Alright, so down on bottom here. Batrider going to find himself a double damage runes. Looking towards Roche, but once again, not going to spawn for another minute minimum. Wraith King, what did he buy? He had a lot of gold. Okay, he's going for an Assault Cuirass. And he'll have that pretty soon. What's he need? He needs the chainmail and the assault and the recipe. So yeah, he's like 100 gold off of that. Alright, I'm gonna clear up mid. He's sitting on a lot of gold himself. Well, actually, not a lot in his stash, but I mean, he's got a lot of items. He's got his Force Staff, his Blink Dagger, his Boots of Travel, and I'm curious to see what he's working towards with this Ring of Health. Perhaps a Lincoln Sphere. Lincoln's is really good on this hero. Might feel that is needed a little bit more than the Black King bar at this point. Now Roche, we'll see the timer pop up in just a second. He's continually pinged out by BCP. They want to know when this is happening. We'll see in just a moment when it's going to spawn. Roshan spawns in 42 seconds. So going around for 1 minute. You can see the 1 dot represents there's 1 minute, and about 45 seconds is about 3/4 of that meter. So looking towards that tier 2, they maybe get themselves up a little bit too far. Oh my god, the crits, and Doom falls like glass, just getting evaporated, and with a blink in, they managed to secure 2 other kills. Really, really, really sloppy there by Bottoms Up Gamers. Just not playing the positional game very well, and end up getting caught out in a lane that they didn't even mean to push in the first place. Now Puck's going to find himself a kill on the Ancient Apparition, which is somewhat of a consolation prize, but with that Flaming Lasso coming out on the Sunstrike, they're going to finish off Puck as well. 4 heroes down. The Anti-Mage, the only hero left because he was off farming, and now they're pinging up towards the Roche. Roche is up. Now are they going to go Roche or are they going to push? I think they're going to go Roche first. Alright, there they go. Serpent Ward's going to go down for this, and Hero's going to be back up in time to prevent any more pushing. The Invoker is split pushing a little bit, but this should be thwarted off. And, oh man, he does get glimpsed. He might actually be in trouble here. Anti-Mage blinks on him with that Mansa. We'll finish him off in just a matter of seconds. So the Invoker does fall, but meanwhile distracts while his team gets the Aegis, and that Wraith King once again has 3 lives to his name. Assault Cuirass up, and he's got a lot, man. He's got a lot. 13, 1, and 10. Pretty crazy score. He's been part of as many kills as the enemy team has. Bit of an odd way to say it, but yeah. Anti-Mage not going to finish off his boots quite yet. He's going straight into an Ogre Club, which is usually meaning a Black King bar for him, and I don't blame him whatsoever. There's a lot of magic on the other side. However, yeah, Flaming Lasso will still go through it. So, who knows, man. If that Lasso lands on Anti-Mage, he's pretty much toast. Toasterino. Curious to see what Bat Rider's going for. Oh, he just gets 100 Defiance. Okay. Alright. Going for a pipe. Pipety pipe. Trying to think of all the other Perseverance builds into him. Like, you wouldn't go Refresher. Maybe he'll go for... Yeah, no. Nope. Goes for the hood. And Arrow being drawn out here by Tabo. Telling his team, push top, push top. They're going to do exactly that. I think they want to get these 2 lanes pushed up and then just kind of dance between them. And just look for an opening, because... I mean, the longer they wait this game out, the more trouble they could be in. So they really want to put on the pressure now that they have the Aegis. They got that pipe up. There's they have every reason to fight right now. Orchid is up on the Invoker as well. So, I mean, if there is a time to fight, it is this exact moment. And they're going to look to make this happen as they push in all of the lanes and then hopefully look for some more racks.
Double damage.
There's Invoker. Got that Orchid like I said. Hey, actually finished a an Aghanim Scepter, so that is actually huge. That's brings up a duration of 17 on his 17 seconds on his ultimate, which is absolutely absurd. Serpent Ward's going down, and Necrobuck pushing in as well. Wraith King blinks right in, finishes off that Disruptor in a matter of moments. Now the Anti-Mage is sitting on the sideline with triple damage, so they might want to try to make a fight happen. The Disruptor buys back for this. They're going to look for it, but the Strax is lost already, and they're just backing out. They don't want to fight it. I'm not sure if this is the right choice, because Black Rider's going to be able to blink in, do that. Exactly. Doom jumps in. He's got a Black King bar up, but he's taking so much damage from those Serpent Wards and the auto attacks of the heroes in general. Now the Anti-Mage on the back line trying to fight this up, but Wraith King jumps in. Oh my god. A crit and a couple attacks, and he dies in the duration of the Wraith King's stun. Now he buys back, and he's going to want to try to fight this up, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Puck in the middle of all this. He's going to blink himself away for now. Does get a Dream Coil out on 1. Tries to finish off the Bat Rider, but he force-staffs himself out of the base. Might be able to survive this. Anti-Mage is chasing him down. Will blink forward. Manages to maybe get a kill. He's silenced up. Slowed by the Invoker's Ghost Walk, and blinking away is the Bat Rider. Now, blinks up to the high ground, finishes him off. Meanwhile, half of Bottoms Up Gamers gets owned on the back line, and now we're looking at... whoa, Anti-Mage, going crazy, man. Didn't even realize. Orchid up on him again, and he does fall. The Wraith King didn't lose any of his lives, kills off a Necro Creep to pop his Aegis. Why the hell not? Didn't have enough mana for his ultimate, but now he does. And with the 3 cores down on the side of bottoms up, I think this might be GG. They're going to be looking for this set of racks here, and yeah. Tower's going to be taking a huge hit, dishing out tons of damage, and the racks is going to fall before anyone can get up. This is almost certainly GG, and this will be BCP, Bag of Chips and Pepperoni, the worst game ever, the worst name ever, moving on to the finals. So that is it. Bottoms up gamers, the team with Korok, the professional player Korok, does fall. So Tactica Beta Cup. Oof, what a game! What a game! Game 1 was just crazy. This game was a little bit more one-sided, but man, game 1 was incredible. So crazy. Now, as Delta said here in the game, you can see the finals are going to be at 6 p.m. EST, which is in a couple hours here. So you got some time to go outside, take the dog for a walk, enjoy some of this nice spring weather that we're having over here in Vancouver. But wherever else you are may not be so nice. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back in time for the finals. I will be casting that live with Jerax on his channel. So it'll be twitch.tv/JeraxC. JERAXAI, I think is how he spells it. Anyways, check it out. I'm sure you guys can all find it. Jerax, and gonna be a fantastic stream. I can't wait for that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed my stream or my casting, please check me out at please follow me on Twitch. That always makes a huge difference. Check me out on YouTube at youtube.com/Captain.Canuck, and you can also follow me on Twitter at Captain.Canuck. Thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a pleasure casting for you. This has been the Tactic Hive Beta Cup. Shoutouts to our sponsors, Gamebox. Excellent voice communication service. Check them out as well. And once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys again in a couple hours.